Hi everyone. Today I'll remind you how to multiply fractions. Two steps are required in order to perform the multiplication. First of all, you have to turn the mixed numbers, if you have any, into improper fractions. And once you have them in the improper fraction format, a over b times c over d, you just get to multiply them. It's just a simple multiply the numerators to each other and the denominators to each other. So a times c over b times d. As you can see, I left an empty space in between here because there is one extra step that I would advise you to do, and I'll show you why. Let's look at an example. 13 wholes and 1 over 2 times 10 and 2 over 3. As it states here, you have to turn the mixed numbers into improper fractions. So you will do it. 13 times 2, 26, plus 1, 27, so equals 27 over 2 times 10 times 3, 30, plus 2, 32, over 3. Then you would have to multiply, as I stated here, the numerators to each other and the denominators to each other. 2 times 3 is 6. I'll start with the easy ones. And then 27 times 32, quite long and complicated, so let's do it. 27 times 32, 2 times 7, 14, 2 times 2, 4, plus 1, 5, 3 times 7, 21, 2, in my mind, 3 times 2, 6, plus 2, 8, 81, add 4, 5 plus 1, 6, 864. So that would be 864. As I previously stated, you cannot leave an answer in an improper fraction. Well, you can, but it's recommended you would simplify it first and then you turn it into a mixed number if possible. Okay, let's try to simplify. The easiest, you can look at 6, which is divisible by 2 and 3. I'm gonna divide both by 2. I know that numerator is divisible by 2 because the last digit is even. So when divided by 2, 6 divided by 2, I'll start with the easy one, is 3, and 864 divided by 2 is 432. Can I simplify any further? So the only number that I could simplify by is 3. So let's see, is 432 divisible by 3? How do we know? If the sum of the digits is divisible by 3. So I have to add 4 plus 3, 7 plus 2, 9, which 9 is divisible by 3. So the whole number is divisible by 3. I'm going to simplify by 3. 3 divided by 3, the bottom one is 1. And 432 divided by 3, 3 goes into 4 one time, remainder 1, into 13 4 times, remainder 1. So into 12 4 times again. So that's 144. Now, quite annoying multiplying here, right? So let's try to see, when we divided, initially I divided here by 2, and here I divided by 3. Where did I get that 2? Where did I get that 3? Look here, from here and from here. Because you have to divide both the numerator and the denominator. So there's an easier way to simplify, and you could avoid doing this long multiplication. Because we could have simplified right here before doing the multiplication. I'll remind you, you can simplify a fraction if there's only one term at the numerator and one term at the denominator. So I'll start the same question again, 13 and 1 over 2, using a second method, so b, times 10 and 2 over 3. The same thing, I have to turn the mixed numbers into improper fractions, so that will make it 27 over 2 times 32 over 3 equals, if you go straight here without multiplying, but I'm just going to write the multiplication without solving it. So 27 times 32 over 2 times 3. How many terms do we have at the numerator? 1. At the denominator, 1 as well. So I could simplify. I could simplify what? 3 and 27 by 3. Both are divisible by 3. So 27 divided by 3 is 9. 3 divided by 3 is 1. I don't have to write it. What else can I simplify? 2 and 32 by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 32 divided by 1 by 2, I'm sorry, it's 16. And all you have to do is to multiply 9 times 16, which is 144. Way simpler. We can even make it even shorter by ignoring this. Once you have them in the improper form, you can just simplify a number at the numerator with a number at the denominator by the same value, if you can divide them both by the same value. So in this case, 27 and 3 both can be divided by 3, 1 and 9, just like here, but we want to skip this step because it takes time to write it and so on. But remember, we have to simplify one number at the top with one number at the bottom. So 16, which 9 times 16, 144. So this last line is in fact the same thing as this, but we're just writing this multiplication. Once you know this, you will understand why I left an empty space here, because you have to, well, not that you have to, I recommend you to simplify. Now that you hopefully understood everything, let's test your knowledge. Let's see. I'll give you 2 questions. You pause the video, solve them. After that, you can check your solution following the video. So the first question is 3 over 5 times 10. Second one is 1 and 4 over 5 times 8 and 1 over 3. Pause the video and have fun. Now that you solve the questions, let's check your answers. First thing is to turn the mixed numbers into improper fractions. 3 over 5 is a proper fraction. You don't have to do anything to it, but 10 is not a proper fraction. So how do we turn it into an improper one? Correct? 10 over 1. Second, step, to simplify if possible, can we? Yes. 5 and 10 both can be divided by 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. 10 divided by 5 is 2. Nothing to simplify anymore, so we can multiply the numerators to each other and the denominators to each other. 3 times 2, 6, over 1 times 1, 1. I usually skip the 1 times 1, I just go straight for 6. Second question. Turn the mixed numbers, if any, into improper fractions. Yes, both of them are mixed numbers, so let's turn them into improper fractions. 1 times 5, 5 plus 4, 9 over 5 times 8 times 3, 24 plus 1, 25 over 3. My advice to simplify. Can we simplify? Yes, of course. 5 and 25 both can be simplified by 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. I don't have to write it. Next time I won't. 25 divided by 5 is 5. Anything else? You're right, 9 and 3. Both can be divided by 3. So I'll simplify. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Nothing else to simplify. And next is multiply the numerators to each other and the denominators to each other. 3 times 5, 15. over 1 times 1, 1. 15 divided by 1 is 15. If you got these answers, you're perfect. You can just solve the questions on the handout. Have fun. See you next time.